Okay, so I'm already uploading the other one, which is cool, I guess. But let me close this because I don't want to have it open. Anyways, uh, I'm uploading the other one. It should be really quick. It uploaded like literally as I clicked it, it uploaded instantly. It's just processing now. I guess that's what you get for having that fiber optic connection. You know the vibes. Come on, bro. All right, so next tutorial is a Dest A controlled bus. Dest A is a system that I had made for Dexter back when he worked in NTA, and his buses didn't have the wave system or the wave chassis on them. It's a really simple system. It's not hard. It looks kind of like Wave. I mean, it's the same GUI practically, but it doesn't use the same Wave scripting. So it shouldn't be too difficult to kind of get used to it. Um, so we're going to go into EPTA because EPTA has it in particular. And we're going to we'll grab the MCI. Okay. And, well, it should be really simple to do, honestly. So this is their new MCI too. It's the crazy part. Um, Now this has the Dest A controller, which I will be showcasing how it works in a second. And if you guys are wondering, yes, the RTS wheels are back, and the RTS will be back as well. So give me a little bit so that I can unarchive everything, and then you guys should be having your buses real soon. The whole archiving thing, trust me, there is a reason behind it. Okay, so we'll do it on the BYD. I don't know how they got this. This is back from NTA times, but I mean, I've never seen them use it. I'm pretty sure it was one person who was taking leaked models and just putting a scheme on them. So honestly, I don't want to use this, to be honest. Let's see. How about we use... You know what? We'll use a bus that already does have it, but I'm gonna remove it and show you how to do it, especially for A chassis too, because it's really easy to do so. So this is their EPTA's Suburban Nabi 40 LFW. Pretty simple. Has the coach seats in it. Got the coach standing. Got the luggage racks. Cool. It's really cool. Really cool. All right. Got a next stop system there. That could be another tutorial too if you guys want to like how to make your own next stop system or whatever. That'd be dope. Um. Okay. Sweet. So we're gonna make this. We're gonna try to make this short and sweet at least. And it's gonna be really simple. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna remove this. We're going to remove destination because we're going to do this right from the beginning. So let's pretend that this is a new bus that you just had, right? New bus that you just want to install stuff on. Okay? So really easy to say the least. And it's really simple on how it works. So basically, like I said, what it does is it finds it tries to find something, and if it doesn't find it, it just says, well, we tried, and then it removes everything. So it doesn't crash if there's nothing there. It doesn't break. It's always going to be working whether something is there or not, unless you have duplicates. That's where it might not work. I've never tested it, but I'm pretty sure it won't crash. It just won't work. So that's something you guys should keep in mind of. Now, first, the installation process. Okay, that's what's going to come first after I showcase to you how the thing actually works. So we're going to spawn inside the bus here, and we're going to kind of showcase a little bit so you guys can kind of see. And don't worry about that hybrid electric kind of like bus sound. That's coming from the Nabi. It sounds like a next gen to me. Yeah, it really does. Okay, so this is the Dest A controller. You can move it around. You know, you can move it around everywhere. You can like move it. Oh, you could move it off your screen if you want to. You can move it over here. I usually just move it down here. And then this is how it works. So you can type in code 1000. There is no verification process. You just press confirm, and then boom. Now, if you typed in "buh" and there is no code called that, it just removes it. There is no harm, no foul. Doesn't crash. Doesn't do anything. And if we take a look at our output, you can see value fired, DF, GD, FSF. So you can see it doesn't cause any problems. So it's a really simple thing. It's not too complicated. Um, so what we're going to do now at first is we're going to first check off to see if it's done, and it's not. So this is taking a while. We're gonna first take the destination model from this bus first before we do anything else. So this is 0023. So let's go try and find the destination model, which you can see is here. And we're just gonna copy it, and we're gonna paste it here. Okay. Um, and I'll show you how you can set it up your own like signs and stuff. So this already comes with its preset parts. You don't need the parts this comes with. The only reason I took it is because of the Dest event and the Dest script that is here. Okay, so that's basically why this is here. And I'm going to remove something off this script so that I can make another video on it, because this is something that I know certain people would probably want to do with their buses. And I decided, I know I in previous video said I was going to show you how to like set announcements for the doors, but the video became too long, you know. So I'll probably do like a part 2 of it, just so that people don't have to sit there for an hour just watching a video, because I know that that can get really boring really quick. So we're gonna remove these 2 signs here first. I want to start fresh with how we're going to do it. So now we have the script and the Dest event. What this is named doesn't matter. It really does not matter. You can name this Cookie and done. Alright? And yes, y'all can make fat people jokes. Yo, that fat nigga talking about cookies, bro. He fat as hell. Yeah, bro, you can do it. I don't know. Now, here's something that we're going to do is just get a regular part. If we can find one. Okay. Now we're gonna try to automatically center this to the middle. There's a really simple way to do it. Try to find something that you know is going to be in the middle. Now I don't know if this light is separated to its own. It's not. Okay. Maybe it's kind of in the middle, almost. This. Oh, this. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna grab the position of this, and we're just gonna paste the position right where this is, which isn't exactly in the middle from what I see. Maybe it's just my eyes that are garbage, but we're going to raise it. And we're just going to start scaling it now normally like a normal human being. So we're just going to scale it. Hold up. We're going to, not too much, not too little. Yeah, like that. That's perfect. And then we're going to bring it down to about, yeah, something like that. So, you know, this is in the middle exactly because you see the edges hit each other. So we're going to probably move it to like there and shrink it just like that. So now this brick here is our destination for the front. Now, first and foremost, first thing you got to do, because I guarantee you if you don't do it, you're going to forget, and it's going to be too late. Anchor it and just set can collide false. You don't need to do the can collide thing because nobody's really going to be touching it in the first place, but it's just so stupid to have a collision on for this. Just in case something does go wrong, your bus explodes, and then this causes even more glitching and all that stuff. So just have it false, and I'm gonna change the color to black so that you can kind of get that like real life kind of destination sign thing on it. So this is our sign now for the bus. Now first thing we need to do is get a surface GUI, and we're just gonna put a text label in it, just so we can see what surface we need to put the faces on. So back, we got bottom, we got front. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the right. Yep, I knew it. Okay, so this is now going to be one of our destination signs here. The way this works is it goes by surface GUI. So this is already a code in and of itself. So we can name this code 1. Okay, now this is just one of our codes now. Now let's make this the entire thing. Or actually, before we do, I'm going to make this pixel per studs and put it at 100. This is so that the text is really nice and crisp and delicious. Okay, so let's just do that. Oh, and we're gonna make the size of it 1010 with commas in between the numbers, and we're going to also make the text size 100. Now we're going to remove the background transparency, and we're going to make the text of this orange, this particular orange to be exact. And one last thing as well, we're going to change, and you'll see why in a moment, I'll explain, but we're going to make light influence 0, which means that no shadows or light or glass, or well, glass, yeah, but no light will affect how this looks. As you can see, it looks a little more lighter with it at 0. And we're going to make the Z offset infinite. So just keep typing in 9s and you'll just get the infinite value. What infinite means is if I was to set this, right, into the glass here, right, I can still see it clearly through the glass, right? Whether or not the Z offset is infinite. Now, if I was to set this to 0, you can see I don't see it as clearly through the glass. It's being affected by it. But because it's at infinite, my text can be seen clearly through it. Now, also, something else that you should realize is people, there's another way to do it so that it looks clear, and it's called always on top. The problem about always on top is you're always going to see it on top of everything. So if I go below the base plate, you'll still see it there. So don't enable that unless you really want to. Okay, we're going to put this back where it belongs though. Now this is one of our codes. I want to do code 1 to just be not in service. This is going to be a really simple bus company. It's going to be like one of those bus companies that like does absolutely nothing and just has like not in service and then the sign for that one route that they operate. That's what it's going to be. So 1 is going to be not in service. And actually, we're going to set this to 75. That way we can get our text a little bigger. And I'm going to make the font for this not Source Sans, but I'm going to do it Arial. Okay, yeah, we're going to make it back to 100 because that's a little too big. I thought it was at Arial already. Alright, dope. I'm going to delete it and undo it. That way it doesn't have that outline anymore. So now this is our bus sign here. So it says not in service. And if you don't like the fact that it has a black outline, you could always just do that. Make the transparency on the back one. But because I kind of want to show you the outline of it so you kind of see the bounds that it has, I'm going to leave it on. So this is our first sign here. Okay, and I'm going to name this part front. You don't need to, but I'm only going to do it so that if in the future I want to come and add more signs, I know where to look for it. So, we got our front sign, and now let's make another sign. We're going to call it, we're going to rename it to 2 now. And we're going to just call it the Avion Shuttle, because I have nothing else in my head right now. You know, this could be used for, like, rental car companies, this bus. Where they're shuttling people from the airport to, like, the rental car parking lot. Sorry. Alright. So these are our 2 signs now. Now, we have the script that'll automatically do work for us. It's not like the Wave one where you have to script every code in and of yourself. You don't have to do that. It's really simple. The work is already done. That's all you have to do. You've completed. Now, the only thing left to do is to get the player to get the GUI and for the GUI to interact with the actual cookie model. So, really simple. Now, on this MCI in particular, it's going to be under A chassis tune and A chassis interface, and you'll see it here, Dest A. And it has all the buttons and stuff here. So we're just going to copy this, and we're going to place it roughly in the same location because it's a chassis. Now, if you have your own chassis bus, just put it in the GUI. That's all you have to do. Just put it in the GUI so that the player can see it. After that, we're just going to paste it here. Now we have our Dest A. And the final thing you have to do in order to get it to work is go inside the Dest A, open it up, go inside the confirm, open that up, go inside the local script, open that up, and you'll see 2 events here. And these are object values, which means you have to find a certain part and click it. So with the object value, all we're going to do is click the Dest event, and now our bus is set up. So if I go in game, I can turn on the bus and put the destination signs in them, which is what I'm going to show you now. We no longer need the MCI, so we're going to remove that. But we're going to spawn right in here, because I'm pretty sure the window is clear, so I can just walk right through it. That sound is just horrendous. We're just going to walk right through. Okay, so now we have our signs. Okay, really simple. They're on the bus already. So if I type in 1, you see it works. If I type in 2, Avion Shuttle, it works. Now, you can add as many different signage parts as you want, which means if you want to have like a fake next stop system screen that says like, oh, this is the bus to this place, you could do what Dexter had done, which is put a front destination part inside the bus, and it'll display what's outside on the inside. Of course, it doesn't have to. You can always replace it so that it has its own style of things, right? Definitely possible, not impossible. So that's something you can do, and I'll show you with this screen in particular. I'll show you with that one, but you could do it. Now we're gonna show, or I'm gonna show how to do the extra signs are for like Avion Shuttle Express, where it switches in between signs, and then you guys are gonna kind of get an example of how that works. So we're gonna do number 3 here. This is gonna be Avion Express. So I'm gonna rename this to Text 1, and this one to Text 2, right? And we're just gonna get a script and paste it in here. So what we're gonna do is, again, like we did in the previous video, while true do, and we're going to do script.parent.text1, which means our script, then what's above it, which is the parent, which is 3. Then it's going to find text1, and then it's going to do the visible for it. Okay? So visible equals false. We're going to copy this entire line here, and we're going to paste it right back down and just rename text1 to text2. We're going to put a bogus wait time. We're just going to make it 2 seconds, right? I'm going to rename text2 to direct express. There you go. Now, something you should know is that the wait doesn't always have to be 2. If you want to have something like a select bus signage for New York City where it flashes a few times, you could also do that. Find a video and try to mess around with times. It's really simple. And if you didn't watch the previous video, false means that you can't see it. True means that you can. Okay? So we're going to copy these lines again. And I'm going to show you how to do a flashing sign for it, but just a basic sign that switches between 2. That says true, not true. That also says true. There we go. So now, this is for code 3. If we go into the game and we check, you will see that it will be switching between Avion Shuttle and Direct Express at exactly 2 seconds of time. Okay? So, we're going to go into the game. We're going to put code 3 in. Avion Shuttle, Direct Express. So as you can see, the signs are switching between. Now, let's say I wanted to have, like I said, a select bus signage where it flashes in between. It's possible. Very, very possible to do. So, what we're going to do is, instead of making visible 2, text 2 visible, right, we're going to do 0.05, or no, 0.5, whoops. And we're going to make it, we're going to start with it being false first. And we're going to copy this entire line, and we're going to paste it down. Now we're going to make the second one true. And we're going to paste this about 3 times. 3. And now what it's going to do is it's going to show Avion Shuttle first. Then it's going to go false for 0.5 seconds, and then it's going to flash 3 times before going right back to showing Avion Shuttle. So we're going to go see how that looks on the bus now. And we're going to see exactly how it works here. It didn't spawn by the bus, so we're going to have to walk a little bit. And as you guys can see, I walk like a fat person, so pretty accurate to what I am in real life. You know the vibes. Right, so code 3. Alright, so you saw that it went dark there for a second because the thing is always looping, but you can see it says Direct Express, Avion Shuttle, Direct Express, and it flashes. Now you can also see an example, and I'm going to show you this here so you guys can see. Because we're using a while loop, the transitions between the flashing text is a little slower, which is what I was explaining to you guys in the last video is something you guys should be expecting, because while loops are easily lag, is what I want to say. So we're going to go and we're going to back up next to this bus here so you guys can kind of see the differences in how fast things flash compared to the wave style scripting. Now, it's not impossible to make it flash like waves. It's actually really simple to do, and there's a really easy command you can do for it. I can't jump inside this bus, so we're gonna do this. Oh, oh, there you go. There you go. Alright, go on to the seat. There you go. So we're gonna do 8469. 8469. Confirm. Alright. Oh no. Wow, it's actually roughly the same. Wow, that's actually really amazing. The very first time I've ever seen that. Okay, now, we're going to also, just a simple fact here. With this controller, it isn't really possible to do a Dest A successfully. So what you have to do, right, is you can make an additional sign in the script. Like in the script that you just made for 3, right? Make an additional text that says like mask required and just script it into it, because that's really the only way you can kind of get it to work correctly, as if it is a Dest B. So that's basically it in that sort of sense. Now, before I wrap this video up, right, I want to show for the rear, right? So we can actually just duplicate this part, actually, now that I think about it. Just going to duplicate this, and we're going to just move it to the back. There you go. Okay, and then we could just rescale it, and because we use the pixel per stud, we don't have to resize the physical GUI element, so that's really, really dope. No cap. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, then we're just gonna scale it like that. Like that. Okay. Again, we're going to start fresh from the beginning. And we're going to enable it so we can kind of see what it's done. You can see that it doesn't really fit inside the text. A very good solution you could use for this is just press text scaled, and it'll automatically wrap it, which means it won't come outside of the bounds of the box. So it'll always stay inside the box, is what I'm trying to say. So not in service, we got that done. The next one says Avion Shuttle, right? So we're going to do that. We're going to do Avion Shuttle, and then the last one says Avion Direct Express, which should be easy, which honestly speaking, I might just copy this one and just paste it in here and just see what it kind of looks like with the text wrapped, of course. We're going to wrap the text here, text scaled. Okay. And we're going to remove the visibility off this one. As you can see, the text fits in the back. And we're going to just go and we're going to spawn in the game. And we're going to see how the destination signs work for the rear, see if they all fit, which we all know it does already. But me personally, I like to do tests in game because sometimes I feel like in studio it might seem a certain way. As you can see, it's working perfectly. But I feel like in studio it might seem a certain way, and the next thing you know, when you actually go to game, it might be a little different. So we're going to do code 3, Direct Express, Avion Shuttle, Direct Express. Okay, same with the front. If we switch it to 2, it's just going to say Avion Shuttle now. Avion Shuttle. And for those who are a little more into the scripting side, it'll always show what your code is here, value fire .2, in the output. So you will always be able to see what your destination is, just in case. Okay, so that's why this video is going to end in particular, because I don't really want to go too much in time and take up too much of people's time. So I'm just going to end it off here, and I'll probably make a more advanced tutorial later. But hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped. I said it was going to be shorter, and I wasn't wrong. So you guys can't grill me or hang me. Okay? Okay. Dope. Remember what I said. Stay black, eat chicken. No vibes. No cap.